I've recorded this video a lot of times because it feels like hard to admit, but I'm completely starting over my health and fitness journey, and it's been really hard to kind of cope with that. But here we are, and we're in it together. So if you're watching this, hopefully we can work through this together. First thing I really like to do when I'm starting over or starting something is to get inspiration from Pinterest. And I'll just go through searching up inspiration for kind of where I want to be and trying to get myself in that positive mindset of a future and what that looks like, so that I can kind of know where I want to go. I think that it's really hard to sometimes see a positive path forward when you're new at something or starting over. It's hard to kind of recognize that you need help or that you need to work through something. So I like to kind of set the tone by looking through Pinterest and writing down some goals I have of what I want to change about my life. I need to really get clear about where I am right now too, so I can kind of see what needs to change. So I'll also kind of write down things that I want to change in my life, or things that I am not happy with right now, and then also kind of try to incorporate those into new positive goals of what I would want to change about my life, and kind of envisioning where I want to take my progress. Also, it's important to record where you are right now. So maybe some pictures, fitness pictures of your physique right now, or just writing down measurements or how you feel or your mental health, what you're thinking about, what you're struggling with, so that you can look back in a month or two and be impressed about how far you've come and really recognize the progress that you've made. And I also really like to do another exercise where I'll envision my best, highest self, on a day where everything is going perfect and I'm feeling great, I'm looking great, I have everything that I've ever wanted. What is my best self doing every day to get me there? So envisioning what a day in the life of your highest self would look like. Are you working out every day? Are you drinking a lot of water? Are you cooking healthy meals? Are you working towards your dream career? Or just things like that. I ask myself, what do they do every day? How do they feel? What do they look like? And what do they care about? Things like that. Just envisioning where your dream self what they would be doing every day. Next, I would set those daily habit goals, and then after you write down what your dream self does every day, you're gonna cut all of those goals in half, and that's where you're gonna start. So if it says she works out 4 days a week, start with 1 to 2 days a week and do that for a month or two, and then bump it up. The idea here is to take it slow, plan ahead, and execute daily habits that can compound over time, so that you aren't being too hard on yourself in the very beginning. I think this is another major reason why I'm starting over so often this year, is because I will hold myself to a habit for something that's really hard. If I haven't been working out 0 days a week, I'll try to make myself work out 5 days a week, and that's just not realistic. There's no way I could possibly do that every day. It's just not feasible to hold yourself to high standards like that. So I will just kind of hold myself to the standard of what is one tiny thing that I can do today that will get me closer to my goals? Like maybe if I'm not eating a single healthy meal all like for weeks, I'll try to make one healthy meal a week and do like one workout a week, and then or one healthy meal a day, I mean, and then work out like one day a week or whatever, and then just bump it up like every week or so. Like once you feel used to something, then you can add more on, but don't do it all in one go or it's going to all fall apart and really be bad for your mental health. And lastly, I would just say to take it day by day and practice, because consistency is more important than quality. I think that if you just make a promise to yourself to show up every day, then I think that is more than enough to get you to be more in align with your highest self. I think for me, like, I get way too in my head about consistency, and if I miss a day, then I will be super hard on myself and be like, oh my god, like, what is even the point of sticking to this because I've already messed up? I'm just going to mess up the rest of my entire day, my entire week, my entire month, whatever, because I've already messed up, so I'm not perfect, and there's no way that I can ever get back to being perfect. Like, that is just so toxic, and that's like my own thing that I'm working on, is that I'm just trying to reframe my mindset of how can I show up today and honoring that. Like if all I can do is like a 10-minute yoga video instead of a full-on workout, that's better than not doing anything at all. And trying to give yourself credit and like pat yourself on the back for that, because you deserve it and you're just trying your best every day. And you're also not even going to look the same every day. Like some days you are going to be sick, you are going to like, you know, have a breakup, or like your family member is sick, or like bad news happens. Like that's just life. And like having that patience for yourself, of like giving yourself that grace and the time to be like, oh, like I'm not perfect, life isn't perfect, life is gonna throw things at my way, but I'm still gonna show up, and like maybe I'll make sure that I drink an entire water today, and then that will be my win. And just trying to focus on the positive, and consistency is the most important. So yeah, I hope that this helps. I know it's like an incredibly short video, but I just feel like the points are really clear cut and dry, and honestly I can't really handle more like points than that in my own journey. Like I feel like that's really all I'm focusing on, is who do I want to be, how am I going to get there, and then trying to show up every day. And I know that, you know, I could probably go a lot more in depth, but that's just how simple it is. I mean, it's simple, but it's hard, and just trying to show up every day and be your best self. And yeah, so I hope this helps. I hope you have a great day, and hope to see you out there trying like I am. Bye.